Hey guys, welcome back, and we're back with another exciting video. We're going to tell you 10 things you didn't know about LeBron James, so let's get started. LeBron Raymone James Sr., born December 30th, 1984, is an American expert b-ball player for the Los Angeles Lakers of the National Basketball Association NBA. Broadly viewed as a standout amongst other NBA major parts ever, James is habitually contrasted with Michael Jordan in banters over the best basketball player ever. Playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Miami Heat and the Lakers, James is the lone player to have won NBA titles with 3 establishments as NBA Finals MVP. He has completed in 10 NBA Finals, 8 of them successfully with the Heat and the Cavaliers from 2011 to 2018. His achievements incorporate 4 NBA titles, 4 NBA MVP grants, 4 NBA Finals MVP grants, and 2 Olympic Gold Awards. During his 17-year vacation, James holds the record forever at the end of the season games. Focused is 3rd in record-breaking focuses and 8th in professional helps. James has been chosen to the All-NBA team, a record multiple times, with a record of 13 first-team choices and 11 back-to-back first-team determinations, the last of which is imparted to Jordan and Karl Malone. Made the NBA All-Defensive first-team multiple times and has been named an All-Star multiple times, including 3 All-Star MVP choices. James played ball for St. Vincent, St. Mary's High School in his old neighborhood of Akron, Ohio, where he was intensely promoted by the public media as a future NBA hotshot. A prepped professional, he was chosen by Cleveland with the principal, buy, and large pick of the 2003 NBA draft. Named the 2003-4 Rookie of the Year, he before long settled himself as one of the Alliance's head players, winning the NBA MVP award in 2009 and 2010. In the wake of neglecting to win a title with Cleveland, James left in 2010 to sign as a free specialist with Miami. The move was reported in an ESPN exceptional named The Decision and is quite possibly the most dubious free specialist choices in sports history. James won his initial 2 NBA titles while playing for the Heat in 2012 and 2013. In both of these years, he likewise acquired Association MVP and Finals MVP. After his 4th season with the Heat in 2014, James quit his agreement to re-sign with the Cavaliers. In 2016, he drove the Cavaliers to triumph over the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals by returning from a 3-1 shortage, conveying the establishment's first title and finishing Cleveland's 52-year Elite Athletics title dry season. In 2018, James exercised his agreement to leave the Cavaliers and endorsed with the Lakers, where he won the 2020 title and was granted his 4th Finals MVP. Off the court, James has collected more riches and acclaim from various underwriting contracts. He has been highlighted in books, narratives, counting winning a Sport Emmy Award for a narrative as a leader maker, and TV ads. He has facilitated the ESPY Awards and Saturday Night Live and won 19 ESPY Awards himself. In 2015, he showed up in the film Trainwreck. James has been a section proprietor of Liverpool FC since 2011, with the club winning the 2018-19 UEFA Champions League and 2019-20 Premier League. Having gotten more engaged with altruistic and lobbyist pursuits later in his profession, James's beneficent association, the LeBron James Family Foundation, helped open a school, lodging complex, and public venue and retail court in his old neighborhood of Akron. He's the most polarizing, mainstream, and discussed competitor in the whole planet, yet that doesn't really mean we have a deep understanding of 4-time NBA MVP LeBron James. As somebody who grew up not very far from LeBron in Ohio, really having a cousin who is a companion with him in secondary school, I've been lucky enough to follow his vocation from the time we were both 14 years of age. On the cusp of another conceivable title in the following week or somewhere in the vicinity, I figured I'd present to you a couple of things that you may not know about him. Regardless of whether it seems like we got a LeBron overburdened constantly. Number 1. He endorses Dunkin' Donuts. With a constitution like LeBron's, not very numerous individuals would imagine that he eats a huge load of undesirable stuff. All things considered, that didn't prevent Dunkin' Donuts from marking him to a major showcasing arrangement to advance the brand in Asia a couple of years ago. Apparently, James is fond of and off the court. Number 2. He shoots right-handed and writes left-handed. LeBron has chipped away at his jumper throughout the long term, since it was his once catchy expertise heading into the NBA from secondary school. Also, so should be obvious, he shoots the ball right gave, However, if you somehow happen to meet James for supper somewhere, he'd hold his fork and eat left cave, and afterward he'd sign whatever you gave him with a similar hand. Number 3. He helped design his high school football uniforms. Known for some interesting outfits, LeBron has displayed to have a remarkable style. Because of that energy to look great, James really took part in planning the garbs that his old secondary school football crew wears nowadays, which obviously are supported by Nike and the LeBron brand. Number 4. He started a high school phenomenon, albeit we are all familiar with the constant live news activity that the internet gives us because of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and so forth. Back during James's secondary school days in 2002, the possibility of a young person getting one of their games broadcast broadly was crazy. It may happen constantly now, yet 12 years prior, James was the person who began everything. Number 5. He would have chosen Ohio State University. LeBron may have been focused on as the number 1 pick for quite a long time before authoritatively having the option to proclaim for NBA draft out of secondary school back in 2003, yet he had the guidelines, being as they are presently, where a child needs to head off to college for at any rate 1 year. Where might he have gone? While LeBron has confessed to a couple of most loved schools previously, he pronounced he would have gone to the Ohio State to play for the Buckeyes, which probably would have won them a public title for the year he was in Columbus. Number 6. He had to cover some skin. James may wear some genuine tattoos everywhere on his body nowadays. However, back in secondary school, the non-public school really made him and his colleagues conceal their ink during games. Thus, while he didn't get it anything but a couple of years after the fact, James's celebrated witness tattoo on his leg would have to be whited out. Number 7. Here's why he really quit football. A large portion of us know about the way that James was an all-state wideout while in secondary school, and that he has discussed the longing to play in the NFL. Yet, for what reason did he surrender the field? It wasn't on the grounds that he was unable to cut it or just lost interest, but since he had broken his wrist at a circle camp and the possibility of gambling, more injury on the football field eventually prompted him to leave the head protector and cushions. Number 8. He and Michael Jordan share a cool record. Imparting a couple of records to his venerated image, Michael Jordan, one of James's most celebrated achievements is that he and Jordan are the solitary 2 players to at any point win an association MVP, NBA Finals MVP, and Olympic gold decoration around the same time. MJ achieved it back in 1992 and James did it in 2012. Number 9. Jay-Z came to his defense. Old buddies with unbelievable rapper Jay-Z, the MC's freeform Blow the Whistle was really with regards to then Washington Wizards forward Deshaun Stevenson, calling LeBron exaggerated. Stevenson said it's anything but a 2009 season finisher arrangement against the Cleveland Cavaliers to attempt to lose Bron his game. It didn't work as James found the middle value of 29.8 focuses and 9.5 sheets and 7.7 dimes in the 6-match arrangement dominate. Number 10. He lived with his Pee-wee football coach growing up. During his Mother Gloria's quest for a more steady circumstance for her and her child, LeBron really lived with his Pee-wee football trainer, Frank Walker, who James credits with acquainting him with the sport of ball. In the event that that is the situation, for what reason aren't more individuals arranging to recruit Walker as their own mentor? The fellow unmistakably realizes how to educate them. That's all we have for now. Do buy into our channel in light of the fact that a lot of additional energizing visits all throughout the planet are in transit. Also, remember to like, subscribe and share this video. See you folks, and stay tuned to our channel.